I'm Scott from AUP, representing Rob Allen today. And today we're talking about Rob Allen railguns and how to convert them into a Rob Allen roller gun for improved power, performance and accuracy using componentries made by MVD. We'll go through step by step everything you need to know on how to make your own improved Rob Allen gun. Right. To remove the head, Phillips head screwdriver, remove the Rob Allen head. Sometimes these can be stiff to get them out. In this case, I can probably pull it off. If you can't pull it off, use a rubber mallet and hit it down that way. Take your MVD head, bit of silicone spray, helps it slide in. What we're going to do, going to slide that in. The important bit to get this dead straight, and what I use is take your shaft, clip your shaft back in place. Just make sure we get the rails perfectly aligned. Then what I do, make sure they're aligned from the top, turn it over, then I take a zip tie and I go around the shaft, back through the loop in the head sometimes. Can be a little bit fiddly. Go through there, come back up on the inside of the rails so that it's grabbing the shaft and the head together. Pull it up as tight as you can get it. That just stops any potential for movement. Tuck that out the way. We're about to turn it over. Check that it's straight. Have a look at it from the top. Make sure that it's in the middle. Turn it over. Now what you'll find is the hole that we've removed actually lines up with the O-rings. We don't want to use that. I've already pre-done it for ease of video. But take a center punch, decent sized hammer, and tap yourself a hole about 8 or 9 mil further up the head than the previous hole. This is a 3.3 mil drill, and then you very carefully and very slowly drill yourself. You'll go into the delrin, and you don't want to go all the way through. You just want to go to the hole in the middle. You'll feel it. There you go. Reverse it out. And that is how we prep for the screw. So no need to use your Rob Allen screw. Take the stainless steel screw that's come in the pack. Find that screws straight into your 3.3 mil hole. Last but not least, take a bit of aqua seal or seal cement, plug up that hole. It is sealed by the O-ring, but always better to plug it off. Take a pair of pliers, cut off your cable tie. And there we have fitted a roller head to a Rob Allen gun. When you're good, mate.
Yeah.
Good to go?
Yep.
Okay, so what we've done now, muzzle's fitted, we're up to building the rubbers. To speed time, I've built this ahead, but I want to show you what we've done. These are 2 speed bridles. Using a bead and some Rob Allen Dyneema, we've created a loop, tied a knot at one end, called a speed bridle. And we've created 2 of those to go in one end of the rubber. At the other end for our muzzle, we've got to create a bridle and a handle. All I've done is taken a Rob Allen bridle and I've fed a second piece of Dyneema through the beads. This is going to work as our load handle. When the gun's finished, you'll see what a load handle is for. The way to build this is to adjust it so that you can get 3 fingers fairly easily inside the gap. Once you've worked that out, just slide the bead back up both lines and tie a simple knot in behind that. Oop, missed the knot there. Try it around there. That's why I built the other one before, so I don't stuff around on video. Alright, once you've done that, pull your knot up nice and tight at the base. Take a lighter, to get that tight. Neaten that up, trim the end off, burn it, slide that down over the top of it, and you'll end up with a bridle that once inserted looks like that. If you haven't known how to do a constrictor knot, we'll show that on video later. So what we've done, with 16mm rubber, this is a 110 tuner we're converting. Each piece of rubber needs to be half the length of the gun. So we took 110mm of Rob Allen rubber, we've cut it into 2 even pieces. We've inserted our speed bridles at one end, we've inserted our bridle at the other. Drop them through the muzzle, and we've finished the front end of the gun. We're now got to work on the back end, the mounting points. Rob Allen guns have 2 hardened screws in the back here, in your handle. Screw these out. And we're now going to replace it with MVD universal loading hooks. It's a Delrin cap with a stainless steel screw. Drop that in there, whack that in the side. Screw it up nice and tight. Same on the other side. Once we've done this, we're up to our final step of making our bridle. So we'll just screw that down there. And you can see they will now become our loading hooks. Next step, the bridle. Alright, so we're up to building the bridle section. Using 1.8 Dyneema, what I've done onto the back of those speed bridles, we've now tied 2 bowlines. And this is where we talk about pre-tension. Ideally, you want to have between 20 and 25 centimeters of pre-tension. So what we've done is we've tied a bowline to make sure that it is short of our mounting points at the back here. By the time we loop that around, it's going to be about 20 centimeters stretch on these rubbers. So to load the rubbers on the gun, what we then do, turn it over, put it into our chest, and then we can pull them back and we hook them over our line hooks. We can balance them out. Now, the major advantage of this system is it allows us to put reels on. It allows us, doesn't put any line snag on the underside of the gun, but also it's going to allow us to take the rubbers off tension. So if you have rubbers under constant tension, as they are now, they will deteriorate quicker. So when we finish for the day, we can just release those rubbers and they'll go back to their natural state. All right. And if you need to take them off so you can store them for over winter, or if you're putting the gun away for a while, you can just untie your bowline and you're done. So there we have it, guys. That is a MVD converted Rob Allen roller gun. What we'll do now is we'll assemble it, we'll put a reel on it, and we'll show you how that looks like.